They trot out this line all the time about the founders wouldn't have wanted this. And we all know that's a lie. You know it's a lie. Dave knows it's a lie. I know it's a lie. Yet they roll with it all the time. And it leads me to believe so many people in this country reside in a world of make-believe. People believe that, Nan. You hear it on the media. You hear the governors say it. People genuinely believe that the founders would be horrified by your AR-15.
Well, the founders certainly found cannon to be pretty ferocious, and citizens could own cannons. It's definitely true, Jesse. Look, technology does march on. Human capabilities. We didn't have weapons of mass destruction. When I mean nuclear weapons, things like that. We didn't have those in those times, and it's true. American citizens cannot own nuclear weapons. But the argument is specious because not only is it against the Second Amendment, as it should be appropriately interpreted in an originalist way, but also, even if we were to try to ban those weapons, oh, and by the way, they're banned in Highland Park. That would not address the root cause of the problems. Democrats won't address the root cause because they are at the root cause of this problem, and they cannot admit it and they cannot remedy it.
Nan, what does specious mean?
False, not valid.
I thought so. Look, you know I'm unread. I didn't know. All right, Dave, first of all, before we get to your thoughts about how the media politicized Highland Park that Nan just brought up, Dave, I realize you were a former congressman and now you're in a fancy college, but Dave, don't you think you're taking the college thing a little too far with the zip-up sweater? It's going all in, Dave.
Hey, it's 5th of July. I should be lying on a beach, and instead I'm working it for you, brother.
All right. Now to talk about something gross, like Nan brought up Highland Park. The media jumps on these things. Politicians jump on these things. I don't believe for a second Governor Pritzker or the MSNBC host or anybody genuinely care about a single one of those 6 souls who are now gone from Highland Park. Everything is looked at as an opportunity, and look, I'm a jerk. You guys know that. It seems so cold to even me. I mean, immediately they look at dead people and they think, wow, this is an opportunity. Isn't that cold?
Yeah, well, I read a piece that jogged my mind a little bit on Soros funding all the media over the weekend, just as a little tip. And what he does is he puts out statements that he wants to become true. They're not true yet, but they just state, right, kind of like a good Christian prayer. You pray to God for what you want to be the case. And in liberal land, they just put that political narrative out in the space, hoping it becomes reality. And I do think it does have some impact. They just announce things that are completely false, hoping that in the Marxist future, they become true statements. So I think we need to start doing the same thing and ignoring and anticipating their record and just saying, look, for most of this country, people lived very peacefully with guns, with a Judeo-Christian tradition. We love our neighbors. The Judeo-Christian tradition unifies everybody. Everybody should love each other. We're all created equal under God. We're given rights. We're given negative rights, life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. And negative rights means that I don't have to take anything from Nan to have my rights, right? My right to life and liberty and a pursuit of happiness. I don't need to get in your space in order for me to live a perfectly nice life under liberal principles. These are liberal principles that served us very well. And so I think conservatives just need to start announcing and praying to God and putting out in the media these positive affirmations that we all do get along. There were no gun issues 40 years ago when the family was intact and dads were around and hunting with people, and no one went to their neighbor and shot their neighbor. This is all a new modern phenomenon that happens in certain areas, and they're not run by virtuous people.
Nan, I have no issue with anything Dave just said, but didn't neutrality fail us? Now, look, I'm just like Dave. I want to live and let live. I want you to do your thing. Nan, you do your thing. Dave, you do yours. I'll do mine. I don't want to invade. But wasn't that always naive when we're dealing with communist scum like we are? They're always going to try to batter down the fence, no matter how much I want to live and let live behind my fence. They're coming.
Right. They over the course of a century now, just about, the Marxists have manipulated the natural goodwill and openness of the American people. We can add in complacency. And of course, as Marxism has marched through our institutions and parasitically, there are phenomena in nature in which parasitic wasps will overtake a caterpillar, and the caterpillar will look normal until the wasp eggs finally mature and break through. And that's really what we're dealing with here. So they have substituted patriotic education in history, in the classical liberal virtues that apply to all of humanity, in civics, in economics. They have replaced that with an indoctrination in collectivism and socialism, and yes, essentially, Jesse, in communism. What we witness today is a social contagion, and it is a social contagion that has been allowed to take root as a spark ignites a wildfire among young people who, as Dave alluded to, have been deprived of education and values, of exemplars of the virtuous life as a responsible individual, who have been deprived in the past couple of years, of course, of social contact, of the forces that drive us out to work and support ourselves and be responsible, and we pay the price now.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, The Forgotten Genocide, the first episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.